What's up, Centurions? Good morning. Welcome to day 8. That just means we have, counting today, we have 3 days to go. Today our focus is going to be on the calendar area and organizing meetings, so you too can set up and run virtual meetings. We're not going to get into the ins and outs of that. We're saving that for tomorrow. I'm just going to show you how to set it up in your calendar area, in your Outlook area. That's right, you can set it up in your Outlook calendar as well. And for you instructors, you can also set up meetings from the Canvas and in Canvas as well. Before we get into that though, I want to just kind of flash back to yesterday. Once again, a lot of good questions, a lot of great responses. So you seem to all be really catching on. Channels are so important. Obviously, knowing the difference between a general channel or a public channel and a private channel is very important. So hopefully you can find some utility for those different channel types and the different tools that were presented yesterday. But on to the calendar. So first things first, I want to show you the calendar area. It's on your sidebar. I know that we've kind of hopped into this before, but this time we're going to take it a step further, and we're actually going to set up a new meeting. And so in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that you have the option to do a Meet Now. So maybe you have somebody that says, hey, can you call a meeting quick? You can click on the Meet Now, and you would find the individual or individuals you want to join, and you can have right at it. This is very similar to what you see in the channel area, only the channel area will automatically invite your your members of that channel. This will allow you to start a private meeting, not associated with a channel. But we're going to talk more specifically about a new meeting. If you click on the down arrow, there's different types of meetings, but we're just going to schedule a regular old virtual meeting. And so we're going to go ahead and give it a title, and I'm very creative. And so there's two options for adding individuals to your meeting. You can add them individually. And just like adding someone to a team, the name will pop up. You can also add external users if you know their email address. And obviously, if you're going to be inviting them, you should know that. Okay, and you can see it specifies it as a guest. But very easy for you to bring outside individuals into a Teams meeting. Okay, you can also invite your channel. So if you have like 30 students in a team, and you don't want to go through and add them one by one, that's kind of a pain. You wouldn't want to do that. You're going to go and find that channel that you've already created. So in this case, we're going to find that Centurion Test Drive. Do I have a few channels to pick from? Yep. We're going to find that team, and then we can choose which channel we're going to meet in. It's going to invite the individuals that are associated or in that channel. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is if you have private channels, and I'm going to go down to that my test team that we've set up for this. I think I went too far. There we go. You're going to notice that you cannot schedule meetings in a private channel. I don't know the exact reason why. You just can't, okay? Because I said so. Actually, that's not it. But you can see that you don't have the option to do that. So I'm going to go back to the CTD team, and you can see that we can schedule it in the channel. Now, when I schedule this, all of you that are in this team or in this channel are going to get an invite to this meeting. So I can go ahead and I can set the date. I can set the time, whatever it may be, the length. And if I want to give any details, that's great. But other than that, we are ready to go. So that you all don't get a meeting invite, I'm going to go ahead and remove our channel from this and just invite these two. And I'm going to go ahead and click Send. Now, that should show up on our calendar. Okay, I believe I scheduled it for Saturday, which is going to make it very tough for me to see. If you have a meeting on a weekend, you can see this little drop-down box right here. I have it set to the work week, so it's only going to show Monday through Friday. But if I change it just a week, then we're going to be able to see all of the weekend as well. So here's my meeting. If I open this up, I'm going to see a summary of the meeting information. I'm going to see who's been invited. I can edit this. Okay, I can add more individuals if I want to. You notice that I don't have the option to add the team at this point or the channel at this point. But one thing I do want to point out are the meeting options, and it just opened up in a different tab. So I'm going to bring that tab down into the screen so you can see it. The meeting options are important because a lot of times with external users like I added, you're going to get use of the lobby. Now the lobby is a virtual area which basically drops all external users into it for you to let them in. Now our internal users, our MCC users, are going to be able to bypass the lobby, but external users in most cases will have to be let in to the meeting, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. So once that loads, you're going to see that you have options. You can decide who bypasses the lobby. You can have it to people in your organization or everybody. And once you've decided how you want that to go, and there's some other settings as well, you can go ahead and click Save. I don't know why that opens in a browser. That needs to open in a browser, but it's not a big deal. Just know that all you have to do is open up after you've created the meeting, and you're going to see your meeting options. You're also going to see this meeting link, so if you needed to share this with anybody else, meaning even if they're not invited to the meeting, you could copy that and paste that and send that in an email to them. When you're ready to begin the meeting, all you have to do is click on Join, and that will bring you into the meeting area. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So a couple other ways that you can get meetings going. You can also schedule meetings from your Outlook email area. So if I navigate over to that and go to my calendar, and once my calendar opens, all I have to do is choose New Event. And once the New Event box pops up, we'll just call this one Sample 2. And check out this down here. Add online meeting. We have the option to add a Teams meeting. We can invite individuals. Now, the key part with this, the reason that I want to point this one out is because in Teams, you can't use listservs. So like a faculty list group or on-campus list group or any other list that you are a part of. I know the English department has a list. Administrators have a list, and the list goes on and on. So I could actually invite everybody associated with MCC to this and send them the link. And that's a great way for us to get that done. So all I have to do, and I'm not going to do this, is go ahead and click Send, and that would send that link to everybody. So if I go ahead and save that, just for example's sake, I'm going to go ahead and show you. If I open that back up, we can double check and just make sure that it created a Teams meeting. And just like that, we can see our Teams meeting link right there. Anybody that we send this calendar invite to, anybody that has access to it, can join the meeting either by clicking on the link and joining from the web or from the app, or they can actually call into the meeting as well. So there's two ways right there, Teams and Outlook, to create a meeting. Instructors, you can also now create a Teams meeting just like that in Canvas. So any instance of the rich content editor, assignments, discussions, quizzes, pages, even announcements, and I think announcements are probably the most beneficial or the most obvious use of it, I guess I should say. So maybe you want to have like open office hours virtually, and you can set a forever meeting link here. So all you have to do and all your students have to do is go to this announcement, locate the Microsoft Teams link, which you're going to set up right here, and then you create a meeting link. Go ahead and call it office hours. Now I said that your students have access to this. This is just for you, the instructor. You can decide when they're going to take place and go ahead and click create. Now I don't think that the time frame is very important, because once you establish this link, at any time you can join it. So you could even say disregard the time to the class. And if we close this, it should paste that Teams meeting information right there. And we can say something like, and click Save. And now, like I said, anytime you or your students need to hop on office hours, so maybe your office hours are Tuesday from 12 to 3, during that time you could just click on this link and open up that meeting, and your students could do the same if they wanted to drop in and see if you are available. So that's pretty much it with regard to actually setting up a meeting. The process is pretty simple. It's pretty versatile. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it, from setting up your channels, individuals and teams, also sending a link through both Canvas and Outlook. Tomorrow we're going to dive into what happens when a meeting starts and how to actually start a meeting and what that looks like and all the different controls within that. And so we're getting there. We've almost got everything figured out, but day 8 is coming to a close. So I guess you're saying, what do I have to do? Or what do you want me to do? Or I can't wait to do whatever it is I need to do. And it's as simple as you scheduling a meeting using Teams. So go ahead and schedule a meeting for tomorrow, anytime. When scheduling your meeting, go ahead and invite a channel on the team that you created. Go ahead and invite someone to join. Okay, and I know that you did a meeting within chat. Here, I just want you to go ahead and schedule that meeting using the calendar. So it's a little bit different than just bringing up a virtual meeting while doing the chat feature. This is actually scheduling a meeting that you might have within your class or department or with somebody else. I just want you to see how easy it is for you to do that. I want you to schedule this meeting in Teams. You can use Outlook if you want, but I want you to go through the process of actually bringing in an individual, and also scheduling it on at the same time with a channel of a team that you created. And what I want you to do is I want you to, on the post prompt, I want you to screenshot this little meeting link that shows up that I showed you how to get to. Just show me that you have created a meeting. And that's it. Day 8. That's a wrap. Enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions.